Can you hear my voice? This time this is my fight song. Take back my life song.
Welcome to Two Woke Boys, episode 231. I am Chris.
And I'm Cole.
And together we are Two Woke Boys.
Man to woman.
From penis to vagina.
Welcome to the show.
What was that?
You didn't know what that was?
What is that from?
We'll get to it.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna get to that later.
Okay.
But it's a new banger.
Okay. I'm out of the loop, I guess.
You didn't know that?
No.
Wow. All right. Yeah, we'll get into that for sure.
Good.
But maybe I shouldn't have started with it. I should have maybe just kept it with that.
What about 5 big booms?
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
Yeah, like
Hey, sorry.
Sorry,
your brother passed away. Here's 5 booms.
Yeah, that's for the people that don't know what that is, that's the was it the Costco family?
Right.
Do you have that video?
Yeah.
Can you show the because we should show
Yeah, I feel
the
like
Costco family.
I feel like it's
So the if you're not aware of it, there's these Costco family, because everybody's an influencer now, okay? You have to be an influencer, and okay,
Yeah.
Alex has got it. You can show it to us, Alex. We got these they got famous just making content at
we're so sorry.
at the what's it called? Costco.
right.
Oh, we're so
Like
sorry.
reviewing
Can you
food
show
and
it
stuff.
on the Oh, okay, my bad, dude. Sorry to stress you out there.
And it's cool that people like this
here we
are
go.
able to yeah.
Oh, we're so sorry to hear about your brother that passed away. He gets 5 big booms. Boom! 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 Boom!
What the, like with no irony whatsoever.
Is that
And
like
I would like to know.
I still don't know the
Has someone
context of
gotten
this.
Has someone gotten 6? Has
Right.
someone gotten 6?
I think 5 is the max big booms you can get.
Okay. You don't know the context of this.
I assume it's like a cameo or something. Someone was like, "Hey, my brother passed away. Can you?"
Yeah.
Can
Which
you say
also
something?
like, so people are like shitting on these guys for like, how could they be that ridiculous and do 5 big booms for somebody dying? It's like, how many booms would you give somebody for dying? All right.
Yeah, that's a good question.
So how many booms?
That is a lot of booms.
Yeah. I mean, that's very compassionate.
Yeah.
That they've done that. You know, he said, "I'm sorry to hear about your dead, whatever. Here's 5 booms."
Right.
Big booms. They're big ones.
Yeah.
So
Also, do we think that's like if that was a cameo, like was that an actual death that happened, or
Like
just
who-
like
yeah,
someone
who
fucking
also-
around is like, oh, it would be funny if like we
Yeah.
asked the Costco guys.
That is
to,
a good point. Like that, I mean, that's a epic troll if
Yeah.
that's, like that's pretty good.
right.
But yeah, because who would go into, that was my next question is, okay, they're ridiculous for giving a guy 5 big booms for a death in the family, but who's also like, man, I'm really going through it with my family situation. Let me hit up the Costco guys
Right.
on their Cameo for some consoling, like
Hard to believe that
who's doing that? So they
happens
did
in a
that for,
serious way.
so someone's family member died and then they paid $250, right? Wait, go back up. Valentine's Day, say happy birthday, send a pep talk, roast someone, get advice, ask a question, promote business, other. I guess that files under other.
Right.
And also,
There's no eulogy portion of
yeah. And it wasn't even a eulogy. It's just they got 5 big booms.
right.
And what is that guy wearing makeup? Like, why does he look like that? Like he looks like he's,
The dad.
yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like he's wearing like stage makeup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's definitely a strange guy. There was did you ever see there was like a behind the scenes video, or there was like
Was he,
uncut
like,
video of them.
screaming at them?
Yeah, well,
of
he was like
course.
being a total like psycho with his son. It's like, no, AJ, do it again. Take it again. It's like, do another take. And then just snaps into, oh, hey, what's up, guys? Hey, you fucking idiot kid, do another take. Hey, here's a big boom for the double chunk chocolate chip cookie.
I do love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So,
awesome.
This.
Boom.
No, we're here with Jay Kind of Funny.
No,
Oh,
we're
okay.
doing worry.
No, we're here with Jay Kind of Funny first.
Okay. We're here with Jay Kind of Funny.
And this is boom. One at a time. Okay. We're here with Jay Kind of Funny,
Okay.
and this is boom. We're doing. And then I'll say this boom. You say the chicken bake or the double chunk chocolate.
Ready? And action. We're here with Jay Kind of Funny.
And this is boom or doom.
The chicken bake.
Or the double chunk chocolate cookie.
I gotta go with the double chunk chocolate cookie.
No, you gotta taste it. You gotta take it. First taste the chicken bake.
Oh.
Then taste the double chunk chocolate cookie, and then give your answer.
Okay.
Eat the cookie.
Go ahead.
You figure
Here,
it
try
out.
the chicken bake.
Okay.
It's so chickeny. It has bacon.
My goodness.
Savory.
Oh my goodness.
It's so good. It has cheese.
This definitely gets a boom. Definitely.
All right, now try the double chunk chocolate cookie.
This is just
Let me
next
do
level.
that one. Let me do that one. You ready? All right, Jay. Now you gotta try the double chunk chocolate cookie.
I've been waiting all my life for this.
This is
Come on.
in a Costco too. Like,
That
know what I mean?
definitely gets a
Like-
boom.
It's not looking good for me. All right, Jay. Which one?
that's insane, dude. There's like
Yeah.
people like shopping there, and it's just not even you used to just have to deal with people like on like getting samples. Can you pull that video back up again real quick? Actually, there was that guy's shirt, the Chupapi Manano. You know that?
What is that?
I think that's another like some YouTube guy that would say that or something. He was like doing like pranks and shit.
Is that Jay Kind of Funny?
I don't know.
That's what it says in the
Jay.
title.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess. He'd like, if it's the same guy, I don't know, because there's like 70, you know how like 70 people do the same content?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like I think he's one of these guys that would do these like fake pranks or whatever. He'd
Mhm.
like go to Home Depot and put a bucket on a guy's head and then hang out right next to him.
Right.
Like it wasn't him. And then the guy wouldn't murder him right there.
Right.
So yeah, he would do stuff like that.
Yeah,
He would
great.
say that phrase or whatever. You know?
Yeah, just top tier content. And it's cool to see people like the Costco guys able to sustain a living off of their
Mhm.
their online act, and that perhaps segues into
Our
what
show.
what
Yeah,
we wanted
yeah,
to kind of
yeah.
talk about here.
Yeah, it's we are a little frustrated with seeing shit like that, and those guys are just.
I mean, I'm not frustrated. I think it's great and well deserved that talent like that
You're
gets
right.
to-
You're right.
gets to exist and thrive.
Should we be recording our podcast inside of a?
Costco,
Yeah,
we could try that.
maybe we can be a Sam's Club podcast.
Right,
You know,
right.
we go in Sam's Club and we're like, "Welcome to the club."
Yeah.
That's the show.
Yeah, or
We
what's like a good store that's like on brand for us that we could
Well, we hate capitalism.
right. So I guess
it
there's
has
really
to
no
be-
good
I would imagine our store would be some sort of coffee shop that's
one
like
of those
never
like
opened.
anti-capitalist coffee shops
Yes.
where it's like pay
Mhm.
what you want, but
Yeah.
also
that goes out of business in like a week because like
right
a bunch of retards like us go to the place
and just abuse the system.
yeah, and like,
yeah.
oh, can I give you a penny for 9 coffees and then hang out here and use your Wi-Fi for 10 hours while I write a screenplay?
right.
And
Yeah.
then we're like, I don't know how, but we closed because of this capitalist nightmare we live in.
Mhm.
Not because a bunch of jackasses came here and didn't pay for coffee.
Right.
you know?
Right.
Or they did, but not a reasonable amount at all, and then hung out here for hours using our electricity and Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we should record at a store like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's great to see that this type of content is rewarded and
Yeah, and then it's fully shown in the algorithm. These people are making it on the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
And just by going to the grocery store, you know,
Mhm.
and that's cool for them. And we think that that's the peak of entertainment right now.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I mean, think about the next time you go to Costco, you could see a celebrity while you're getting a double chunk chocolate cookie or whatever the fuck, you know, or a chicken bake or whatever the fuck, you know. You thought what?
I thought Costco just had the hot dog, to be honest.
Yeah, well, now they got the double
I got
chunk
that
chocolate
stuff too.
cookie. Is that what made it like he's saying it like that? Is that what?
I guess I don't understand like
Should
what
we?
that
Should
even
we
is.
like? We was like, welcome to our coffee shop. You should get an anti-capitalist coffee.
that. I mean, maybe that's what needs to be done.
Yeah.
Also, why is that guy always wearing a no bull shirt?
What
is he
what is that
like sponsored by
That's
them?
like a tap out kind of
Yeah,
brand,
yeah.
right? That's
Well,
like
it's a
it's like a I work out, I do MMA vibes.
yeah. They make like fitness apparel.
Okay. It's
But
weird that he's
I've never-
wearing fitness apparel and he's like eat a chicken bake
Right.
and choke
He's
down
he's like he's what do they call him? He's like one of those strong fats.
yeah.
No,
He
where
is a
like,
strong fat.
He
yeah.
like he can bench like
400.
405,
Yeah.
but also
He's
is
never benched ever.
extremely fat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is one of those guys
yeah.
for sure. He's like a round guy. His whole family's like that. Like
Right.
they eat double chunk chocolate cookies and then like they're just strong as shit.
Right.
Like I bet what's that? Is that the Rizzler?
No, that's Big Justice.
Okay. The fact that you know the whole
It's-
crew
yeah.
is really wild
Yeah.
to me. But yeah, so Big Justice, I bet, hits bombs in his little league.
Oh, totally.
you
Yeah.
know? Because that's the kid, when you played Little League, if you had a kid like that coming up to bat, you're
Mhm.
like, oh,
A
fuck.
fat kid with some
He's so fat.
some
he's
pop.
Gonna,
Yeah.
They all got pop, dude.
yeah.
When you're 12 and you got a fat kid coming up, that's the best player on the team, probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
That kid hits bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we're bummed about that, but we do want to say the show, we did not do an episode last week. It was a busy week, you know. Obviously, for many reasons, the city's on fire and all that stuff, and then also. The boys, we should make an announcement. The boys will be appearing on OAN, or we may have already
Did they-
appeared.
yeah, I don't know if
I don't
they
know if they
released
aired
that.
it yet. I don't know.
Our second appearance.
Yeah, our second appearance on OAN on the Chris Boyle show. Shout out to Chris Boyle. Thanks for having us on the show. We are
To tell those dumbasses that they're dumb.
to
and that
tell
we're smart.
Republicans that they are not cool.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but yeah, thanks again to Chris Boyle for having us on the show. Nights with Chris Boyle
Yeah.
on OAN. Great studio, great spot, great show. But we do want to announce that the podcast, as you see it, as a weekly podcast, we will be suspending the weekly episodes of the podcast. So you know, it's just because, you know, capitalism, misogyny, climate change, you know,
Right.
is a big reason that
Yeah.
we're, you know, the climate really affects the pod.
Yes.
And that's, you know, and it's not because this show is barely monetized and the fucking YouTube algorithm barely shares us with anything.
Yes.
And that we lost the monetization like months ago, and you know, it's hard to make money on this show, but
Yes.
it's not that.
Yeah. Right.
But the two woke boys, we're not like quitting everything as the woke boys. Okay, we are gonna stay woke. Okay, and we hope you do also, right? I mean, we have to continuously fight capitalism.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, I am concerned for the state of affairs that we're going to be leaving the country and not
Think of-
doing weekly episodes.
Think
It's
about
like-
how much dumber America is going to be
Yeah.
without us.
Yeah.
You know, like without us doing weekly episodes of the pod.
Yes.
So, I mean, you're going to be like, I mean, think of how dumb you are now as a listener of this show, you know? And it's like you get a little less dumb every time you watch this show. And now what?
Right.
You're just going to be.
Yeah, I pity the stupidity that our listeners will soon have. But in all seriousness, you know, we've been doing the podcast and providing our brilliance to the dumb country out there for like 4.5 years.
Yeah.
And it is tough to sustain that without any income coming in from our brilliance.
Yeah.
And
it is tough on a resume to be like, what was your last job? And it's like, podcast.
All right.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it for 4 years. I'm an expert at podcasting.
Yeah. Well, I don't plan on getting a job. You know, my father will fund my life, and I'm sure it won't be a problem for you either. But
I'm gonna work for my dad's company.
Right.
You know,
you'll be on the board.
That.
Yeah, you'll be on the board of.
Yeah, I'm a board member. Like,
right.
What does that mean?
Yeah. What are some of your duties on the board?
Hang out.
Yeah.
Being on a board must be sick.
Yeah.
How do we do that? Can we get on a board of a
like the Hunter Biden?
Yeah, we need. What would be a thing we could be a board member of? I mean, we could be a board member of any business,
like a Ukrainian gas company or something.
I know tons of stuff about Ukrainian gas.
Yeah. If Hunter can do it, we can do it
for sure. Yeah, that'd be sick to get on that board group. I think you know, any business that's looking to increase the diversity, equity, and inclusion should definitely include a seat for us at the table, because we represent women and Black people, even though we are neither of those things.
Yeah.
You know,
right?
Like if a company's like, "Hey, we're looking to hire more women and Black people," like, "Hey, what about hiring 2 white guys that say that they give a shit about women and Black people?" I mean, I can't think of it.
It's better.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, we got to hire a woman or a Black person. But what about hiring 2 white guys that speak positively about women and Black people? What about that?
Yeah, it's better. And
and then if you do hire a woman, why don't you do the Nickelodeon thing and like split their salary? You know,
right?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, right.
And then they can come to the board, and we can be like, "Yo, give us back rubs and stuff," because that was also a thing that they did, you know. So that's cool.
We'll tell them they're not funny.
Yeah,
and then
that will be the canceling.
That
factor.
will be on the same plane as like sexual assault and rape from other people.
Exactly.
Like demeaning comments about
in an hour-long documentary that's a tell-all of the horrific things that happened at a company. You need a big lady on there to go, "Hey, they said I wasn't really that funny."
Right.
And like that's
also the other guy like was raping children, but more importantly,
but I as a comedy writer,
sense of humor insulted. But yeah,
on a children's, on a highbrow children's comedy show.
Yes, we are, of course, referring to that Nickelodeon documentary that came out last year. But anyway, yeah, back to the sad news. I have kind of broken the news to some loyal allies of the show, and they're not happy about it, and I understand, and I'm sorry if we're letting you down, loyal allies of the show, by not being a weekly podcast anymore for now. But we hope you understand that in this capitalist country, we gotta like make money or whatever.
Yeah. So
And I mean, the podcast should be funded by the government.
this should be like a PBS
Right,
situation.
exactly.
Where we just get.
We should get taxpayer money
Mhm.
for
And
the
then
show.
we should do
but
that like telethon shit where we're like, we need money. This network that's been on TV for forever.
right, and we're at a phone bank,
Yeah.
phone bank, and making calls.
Yeah.
Except instead of calls for fundraising, it's just us calling women
Yeah, that's
at 2
nice.
a.m. on a Saturday. We're
I
just
like
at a
that.
phone bank.
Our telethon
Hey.
is just us.
Yeah,
drunk.
hey, we're at the telethon. You want to come over? Telethon. What are you
Telethon. What?
Is this Cole?
Bring
What?
money.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, bring money over here.
Yeah,
Bring
and Taco Bell.
yeah, and just come over. Like Cole, I told you not to talk to me anymore. Like, please stop. No, give me another chance. It's like you dumped me,
Yeah.
and then
Babe, what about us?
yeah, exactly.
What about us,
And-
babe?
Right, and that's the paid for by viewers like you.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck
Why
are you talking
you're
about?
Paid for. but-
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's our telethon.
We need to
and-
do that, and then we need to do those like those commercials they did for like the sad like dogs and stuff, where they're like you could donate to these dying
Mhm.
dogs or whatever.
Yeah.
We need like sad podcasters, and then like
I became a
we play
firefighter
that-
because
we play that Sarah McLachlan song or whatever,
Right.
and then you could for 50 cents a day help an in need podcaster of studio time,
Right.
So yeah, we'll be out. We will be doing telethons though. That's going to be continuing.
We're still going to be calling women,
Yeah, women will
to
be hit up for
raise
sure.
money.
Yeah, we will be raising awareness. That's what we call it,
Right. Awareness of the fact that
That
we're
we are
drunk
up,
and
that we are up.
DTF.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The awareness will be raised.
Yeah. They'll know. They'll be fully aware of that.
Yeah.
So,
And that's good. It's good to spread awareness.
yeah,
So,
totally.
So come over and spread your awareness,
Right.
if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. But it is very unfortunate, and it's sad that I'll definitely miss doing the weekly podcast, but I guess the boys need to spread their wings and fly into some other ventures that can generate more money. Unfortunately, in this capitalist country, again, can't stress that enough.
Mm-hmm.
We are just, we are victims of the system, and unfortunately, we weren't able to end capitalism
Yeah.
with this podcast, but
Yeah.
maybe we will, but not in the
We will not take a defeat to capitalism. So if you want to continue to send the podcast
Yes.
money for no reason at all, that
Right.
would be tight.
right. Yeah, we're not ending the podcast. We're suspending our campaign.
Let's end the show,
You know
but
what?
start a Patreon.
Right.
So it's like the show's like we're not doing it, but like you got to give us $5.
Right. Well, that's the suspension thing. That's literally what like politicians do when they like drop out of the race. They're like, I'm suspending my campaign. And all that means is that they keep the campaign alive just to get, they're not running anymore, but they keep it alive just to get donations.
Yeah, we should.
So if you wanna-
we're suspending the pod.
Yeah.
That's what
so
we're
if you
doing.
want to give us money, like, please go ahead.
For sure.
And if there happens to be some rich sugar daddy out there who wants to give us 20 grand and is like, hey, continue the podcast, be like, all right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the pod is for sale, is what we're saying.
right.
I mean, it's always been for sale.
Yeah.
Even though we're anti-capitalist,
Yeah.
we can't be bought or sold unless you offer us enough money, which is not as much as you'd think, probably.
Yeah.
But
Maybe $20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it'd be more than that. But
Oh, okay.
But yeah. So yeah, let's we are suspending the pod.
Yeah.
So, but
And
there will be calls
Yes.
going out.
Right. Is still expect calls from us
Mhm.
if you're a hot
We
single
still
or
care about-
polyamorous woman.
We still care about women's issues, and whatever you're complaining about, like that's. Sorry, babe.
Whatever
that
you're
fucking
bitching
sucks.
about
that
today.
sucks, man.
Yeah.
That sucks,
Whatever
babe.
fucking
I
bullshit
got
that.
my arm around her. I'm like, that's really. I'm like rubbing the small of her back
Yeah.
to console her.
So generous
and
of
then
you.
my hand kind of goes down the crack of her ass and her pants there, and I kind of really dig under there, and I kind of get my hand right by her.
For sure.
Right there, and I can kind of feel the heat.
Yeah. Well, I think
know?
we understand
Okay.
where you're going with this,
Sure.
but
Yeah.
if that sounds like something that women want to experience consensually, they can still hit us up, even if
Yeah.
we're not doing the weekly podcast. And oh yeah, I was gonna say, I know this news is gonna be sad to a lot of people, so if you want to take a mental health day
Yeah.
tomorrow, definitely do that.
Yeah. Let people
Call
know
off work.
that your job is that you can't come in because you can't even.
Right. And they're like, oh, because of the fires going on? No, something worse. The TooWokeBoys are ending their weekly podcast.
Yeah.
So, Suspending, excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. We are suspending our campaign.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do want to get into some of these.
Yeah. So, I mean, we should obviously talk about how LA is on fire.
Yeah. It's been quite a week for our city of LA, and we've got
many people I know have evacuated or lost everything. It's really crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really bad out here. It's very close to both of us. We're kind of, I'm in between
the two big ones.
Yeah, the two big ones. So, and then there was one north and south of me also. So they were like all directions.
Right.
So we were like, you're gonna evacuate, and it was like, where? Like, I'm in the middle of it.
Right.
There's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, it was really crazy.
Yeah, it's been a wild week, and
at the recording of this podcast, it's not even contained. It's what was it? I have at this moment, I have the Palisades fire is 14% contained. The Eaton fire is 33% contained, and the Hearst fire, I don't even know where that is 95% contained. So that's good. But the Hearst fire, I don't even know where that is. So that one's only 799 acres. The Palisades fire is 23,713 acres, and the Eaton fire is 14,117 acres.
Yeah,
which is a lot.
Yeah, it's massive, and we just want to say that seeing the devastation that the fires have caused, we just want to say that we feel absolutely great that it affected so many rich people. We're glad your house is burned down because you're all rich. Every single victim who lost their house is rich. We love seeing rich people suffer.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of that sentiment out from people,
including us.
Yeah, including us. We're always like, eat the rich people suck. And if you lost your house and you're a rich person, it's like,
then we feel
just buy another one.
Yeah. Also,
that's kind of the sentiment that everybody.
Yeah, it's like, also, it's
not everybody has. I do feel like it is kind of a minority,
a loud minority on the internet, but including us.
I think maybe if this happened several years ago, it would have been a louder, less of a minority.
Yes,
I think.
Well, it's because before our podcast started, and
yeah, that's
so
true.
Before our influence has spread, but But yeah, we love to see people celebrating the destruction and death of wealthy, because it's it started in
they couldn't
the Palisades.
Yeah, and it couldn't
wealthy
be,
area.
Everyone there is very rich.
Everyone.
It's not that someone has bought a house there for like $14 when it was like
in 1950.
Yeah,
yeah.
They didn't,
and passed it down generations and could
and
totally.
that's the only money that's in that family.
Right.
It's not that.
It's not that. It's everyone there is a millionaire. Same thing with, because I see people making the arguments I just made, which is fuck you rich people, and then other people are like, you realize that most people who got affected are not wealthy, especially people in like Altadena. And then people like us say, well, the average price of a home there is like 1.2 million. And then the other people are like, yes, but a $1.2 million home in LA is like 1,000 square feet with one bathroom. And we're like, well, still it's $1 million. So you're rich and we're glad it burned down. Ha 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 ha. And that's what we believe.
Did you see those videos of, there was like a video of like a guy that it would be like, guy in the Palisades hired private.
Rick Caruso.
Was it him? Was it Rick Caruso?
Well, he hired like private firefighters for.
And what is a private firefighter? Is that just like some guys to come over with hoses?
Yes.
Yeah, like so it's not like the what people are thinking. That it's also like, what would you do if you were to, hey, I might lose everything. Is there anything that can be done to salvage this? And the answer is no, you should pay more taxes.
Right. Yes.
So it's like, oh, you can't try to put out the fire yourself because there's firemen. There's not enough firemen. Well, you got to pay more taxes. So go on your computer while your house is on fire and then go, oh, where can I pay more taxes so that there's enough firefighters 25 years from now? That's what you should do.
Right. And yeah, Rick Caruso, he is the big villain here. And it's like, if we were in his shoes, we wouldn't do the same thing. If we had the money and resources to like protect our home and protect our businesses, we totally wouldn't do the same thing. If we were billionaires, we would give it all away.
Yeah. And that's what you're supposed to do.
That's right.
And if you're rich, you're supposed to go in the house and just stay in there with it.
Right. Because we want to kill the rich and eat the rich. And by the rich, that phrase used to mean like billionaires and like people close to being billionaires. Now it just means anyone
that makes more than like $70,000 a year
or less. As long as they make more than us, they're rich.
Yeah. Yeah.
By eating
and
the
by
rich,
how much this podcast makes, there's a lot of people that really need to get fucked.
If you make over $400 a year,
no, $400 over 4 years.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we're revealing that. We're just we're pulling the curtain back on our financial situation here.
No.
But if you make over $100
to monetize the channel, all right.
If you make over $100 a year, you are richer than us.
Yeah.
And rich.
Yes.
And deserve to lose it all.
Yeah.
And we will laugh and celebrate your demise.
Yeah.
Because we're empathetic.
If you're like my house burned down. First, we're gonna ask you, how much money do you have?
Right.
And then when they tell us, we'll decide whether or not to laugh in their face or be like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
If they go, I have nothing, and you're like, how much money do you have? And they're like, I literally have nothing. Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I just made it out with $100 cash. Be like, get fucked.
Yeah, fuck you. You make more money than us, piece of shit.
Yeah.
Rich prick.
Yeah. Take your $100 and go buy a new house or whatever you
also,
do with that.
Right. Also, something that's like, people are like, oh, I lost my house. It's insured.
Yeah.
It's insured.
Even though it's not. And
it's
all
not
of the insurance companies totally bailed right before this happened strategically for some reason. Because I guess it was going to be windy in a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
you know, which also that starts fires. Wind.
Yes.
You know how like sometimes you like blow on stuff really hard, it just catches on fire.
Mhm.
That's how it started.
Yes.
Climate change. We got to make sure that we get into the climate change stuff and just say, hey, climate change.
Yes. And that's it.
And immediately
Just say that.
Yeah, and immediately start trying to do legislation where you may have financial interests. Immediately start pumping that.
Right. And it has nothing to do with the mismanagement of the dead trees in the forest.
Yeah, or like
the
8 or what was it, like 20 arsonists.
Right. It has nothing to do with the arsonists. It has
Still
nothing,
climate change.
Still climate change.
It's
nothing
easier
to do
to
with
be
the,
an arsonist because of climate change. So,
Mhm.
you know.
Nothing to do with letting the reservoirs run dry and the hydrants and nothing is
Also,
prepared for a situation like
you know
this.
what else a problem this has to do with?
Mhm.
Guns.
Yeah.
Someone probably was shooting a gun at a school, probably, and then the spark of the
Different one.
Children dying
Yeah.
in the school.
the spark probably came out of the gun when they were shooting at the school,
Yep.
and then hit like a leaf on the ground because it's dry and it's the hottest time, you know, because the climate's changing. Even though it's winter and it's the coldest time of the year.
Yeah.
And it's not even fire season, but who cares about that? You know, and a spark happened, and then a fire happened in 9 different places. So there you go. Makes sense.
Right.
So
And yeah, so we're glad though that we're glad that people lost their homes who are wealthy. It's insured, not a big deal, even if it's not, it is. Yeah, everyone who lost, because like we don't own a home, so like if you own a home, that means you're rich. And again, as it couldn't possibly be a situation where it's like house passed down generations from 100 years ago when it was bought for a bag of grapes. That's it. It's all like if you have a home worth $1.2 million, that means you paid liquid cash for that home.
Yeah.
So that
'Cause
means
you
you
have
have that money currently. So yeah, everyone who lost their home is rich. We don't feel bad for them. Also, another take we've seen on the internet that we agree with is this is revenge. But okay, so we don't believe in God.
Yeah.
But it's also revenge by God for Palestine. Because the U.S. supports Israel. So God / I guess Allah in this case is punishing the U.S. by burning L.A. because that makes sense. But I mean, we fucking hate the conservatives who are saying like, oh, this is the God, Christian God is punishing L.A. for being woke or gay or whatever or sinful. We hate that shit. That's bullshit. And those people have religious psychosis. But if anyone says that Allah is punishing LA for Israel, because I guess that has something to do with someone's home in Altadena burning down, it's their fault that the situation in Gaza is what it is. That's different God at work punishing people in LA, families and businesses, small businesses who lost their homes and buildings. So we've loved that take, and it's important. I just want to say real quick, it's important if for anyone listening, if you see anyone post about their burnt down home, like they got a picture video of like, this is my house, it just burnt down, I lost everything, I'm homeless now, this is my family home, my family's homeless. It's important to immediately go in that comment section and comment, well, Palestine is burning too. What about Palestine? What about Gaza? Yeah, I don't see you talking about them right now, do I? You're not talking about Gaza. Why aren't you talking about Gaza? Talk about Gaza.
Yeah.
You got to talk about Gaza. Why aren't you talking about them? Why aren't you talking about Palestine?
You should
And
also
so you need to do that on scour the internet for every post you see of a burned down home and make comments about Palestine, because that's the time to do the activism about Palestine.
Yeah, for sure. And then you should also maybe make real content of homes burning and then be like, wow, the devastation. Actually, this is in Gaza right now.
Right.
You know,
like,
have you seen
wow.
that? It's like you show a home burning,
yeah,
and then a second home burning. You're like, look at the devastation. Then look at this devastation. This is happening in Gaza right now.
Yeah, this is in L.A. I tricked you.
Yeah.
You thought this is L.A.
You
well,
thought
guess
L.A.
what?
was burning,
you were wrong.
but there's another place burning that isn't your house.
Yeah.
And you should feel worse about that also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love stuff like that. So, yeah, never a bad time to just shoehorn your
it's
know,
okay
your
to have
cause
no
into
compassion for
zero
at all for a
right.
person. If you have compassion for another thing
right.
that is nowhere near where you're
if
at.
you have compassion for anyone who lost their home in LA, it means you don't give a shit about Gaza. It's impossible to care about two things at once. You can only care about one tragedy. You can't say, wow, that's a tough situation for Palestinians.
That also
sucks.
You can't
and
do
there's
that. You
many
have to
situations,
pick one and go, only that
only
sucks.
that.
And then someone's like, but my house is on fire. Shut the fuck
Shut
up.
We don't care.
This sucks more.
Right.
So F you, and you have your own problems, but that's whatever compared to this other thing that's going on.
Right.
That we have literally no control over.
Yes.
So
we do have control over it because
by posting.
Yeah, exactly.
By posting comments on people's burn down home stuff, and then also maybe go to a town hall in like a small town and like scream a lot about it.
Yeah.
When in an area that's like, should we fill the water reservoir? And then scream about Gaza.
Right.
And they're like, we just kind of are talking about the water reservoir in our neighborhood here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, how could you talk about that when Gaza is going on? Like, well, we're Bakersfield, so
right.
We're gonna talk about Bakersfield.
Yeah. And in that case, threaten to kill the city council,
and then be like, I can't. Why would I have free speech? And it's like, yeah, but that's not really a protected
right. Threatening people's lives is not protected free
speech. You can't go, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Right. But it should be if you're talking about the right things.
Yes.
And so it's important to minimize the suffering of anyone in LA. Say that Gaza is worse, and and that's definitely something that's going to get people on their side. Get people on our side of the ones saying that. It's definitely going to endear people to our cause. So we're going to keep doing that, and we're not going to change the strategy there at all.
Have you seen this video here? I pulled it up on the thing here. All right, so here we go.
Yes, I can hear you. So the family with the poor little girl who was.
Fire happening right now.
Say that again.
Why is there a fire happening right now?
There are multiple fires that are taking place.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the news though, you're supposed to know.
Well, I don't know how it started. We don't know how it started. There,
I think
winds.
It's all the gay people in LA.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
We got the
unacceptable. Gina,
Oh my God! I did see. I did see that. Yeah, that is just something else.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, you can see the little smile on his face. He knew he was gonna go for it on that clip.
It's like that.
And then the camera guy knew, like he saw him like smiling. He's like, I'm gonna look
move
away.
this over. Yeah,
yeah.
The cameraman saw it coming. That's pretty wild. But our heart goes out to the people of Gaza because you can only care about one tragedy at one time, and it's impossible to to recognize that two
Look,
things
we
are bad.
We are empaths, and we only have so much empathy.
Yeah.
So, will we post frequently about how much empathy we have and how resilient LA is? Yes, we will be doing that also. Yeah, have you seen that? There's a lot of people like posting, and it's all the people that are like the worst people I've ever met. It's all the people that like if you were like, hey, could you like help me like once ever in your life? They would they'd ghost you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they're like, LA's resiliency, we're all coming together.
Right.
To post. Yeah. Sure. It's like, check the geolocation. He's like, Palm Springs.
Right.
That's where everybody vacated to when they were just like.
Yeah. Or OC.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
But yeah, we are risking our lives, by the way, doing this podcast in LA still.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just so you know, and we do it for free because that's how good of guys we are.
Yeah. We're great guys.
Yeah. I know we had some emails we get to.
We did have some emails. I wanted to explain to you the song I played at the beginning.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that.
Man to woman. From penis to vagina.
Okay, so that is a piece from the Golden Globe winner. Okay. This is the film that won the Golden Globe. Okay.
For what?
Fucking best shit ever. It was, what's the name of this thing? It's called Emily Perez. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and the name of this song is La Vaginoplastie, or La Vaginoplastia. It's a French movie, okay?
And it's about like a trans person or something?
Yes. Let me, let's see. Emilia Perez. Let's see. Okay, so this movie, let's see. Where's the synopsis of this thing? It's dang it, the overview.
I have it here. A Mexican lawyer is offered an unusual job to help a notorious cartel boss retire and transition into living as a woman, fulfilling his long-held desire.
Fulfilling a long-held desire. Because, you can't, misgender the person.
So a cartel boss wants to become a woman.
Yeah. So cartel
Very
boss.
rude. That definitely happens in Mexico.
So this, and it's a musical.
What a realistic
dude! It's also
story.
a musical. Okay. Let me. This song's probably going to get cut out of the show, but I do want to show you the song real quick because it's unbelievable, dude. Let me see. I got it here. Hold on one sec. Hold on a second. Where'd I put that song here? I know it's on here. I had it on my computer. You know what? Alex, I'm gonna send it to you here. Here's my bad. I'm airdropping it to you, Alex. All right? I just airdropped it to you. You should have it. Okay? So I'll have Alex pull it up. There's a little tech issue here. Classic of the show. Yeah. So yeah, this won the Golden Globe. Let's see, Golden Globe winner. Yeah.
For me.
Oh, this is just the song. God damn it. All right, forget it. It's it's a video, dude. Like it's a movie. So it's but yeah, it's the song is like I want to get a sex change operation. And you know, they do it. So
Yeah.
it's, and
Well,
then
I gotta
you know,
see
one of the
that movie.
lyrics is
Man to woman.
From penis to vagina.
it's also the English is like that song. The movie's in French, but that part's in English. So like I don't know why. And then that part, the English is so bad. It's like men. They're saying men to woman, woman to men, from penis to vagina.
Right.
It's like
Yes.
yeah, he's got it right here. Yeah, we'll just play a piece of it.
Sex change operation.
I see. Men to woman, or woman to men.
Man to woman.
From penis to vagina.
How's it? And this is like supposed to be like serious and not
Yeah,
like
it's
a
dead-
parody.
It's dead serious. I mean, think of if we made a movie and we're gonna put trans people on by making this movie. If we showed them that song, people would be like, "Bro, don't do that. Do not make this. It's gonna cancel you."
Right.
And then it wins a Golden Globe award. So yeah, it's really crazy. The comments are pretty insane on that. Surprisingly, it's not. It's like, what would you expect the downvotes to be on that?
Probably overwhelming.
Yeah, it's not as overwhelming as I thought it would be. It's about
Okay.
There's about half.
Okay.
You know.
Well, it's got 734 likes and 1.6 thousand dislikes.
Dislikes, yeah.
So it's got more dislikes. It's got double and 200.
Yeah, it's got way more dislikes, but I would have expected it to be like in a really like very low situation, like the black guy basketball thing, the
Biden
drug dealer,
the Biden ad we're referring to.
Yeah, the Biden ad where the
black guy's like doing slam poetry on a basketball court
about not voting.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was the other one? The black guy that is wheeling and dealing and has to get a vaccine to continue to deal drugs or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? That one was crazy.
Right.
Yeah, those are all pretty heavily downvoted.
Right.
But yeah. So let's get to these emails real quick here. Yeah. So yeah, some people have sent some emails in. Let's see. We have an email from a guy here who let's see. He wrote a resolution, revolution. Okay. So
I like this.
Yeah. Woke boys, I'm writing to share with you my New Year's resolutions for 2025. This is going to be my year, not yours. So don't you dare try getting in my way. Resolutions: be more dangerous. That's 1. 2, do more hot yoga to stare at hot chicks. 3, be more vegan, have more in common with chicks. 4, do more turntablism to learn about other cultures. Okay. I don't even, is that like being a DJ?
Okay. No idea.
Let's see. Acquire more wisdom by harassing old black men and making them tell me their life story. Constantly interrupting them to bring up how my upbringing in the white suburbs was also challenging. Good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do that. Learn all the lyrics to Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen and think about how they relate to our current times. Nice. 7, eat ass. Okay, you can do that. Sure. 8, confirm that eating ass is vegan. Okay. I don't believe it is, but sure.
Well, you're tossing us out.
Nice. That is true. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Reply to every single Threads post Alley of the show Malcolm Kellner posts.
Love that. That's a good one.
Yeah. Stop living in the shadows like a bitch. Buy a dog. Bring the dog to a dog park and then to meet women. shame women for not wanting to sleep with me because we made eye contact at the dog park. Yeah. It's like your dog's like going around, it's like making eye contact with other dogs, and it's like kind of sniffing its ass and then, humps it a few times. Why can't we do that? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, oh, it's just being an animal. It's like, okay.
It's like you say you like dogs more than people. But so it's like, okay, I'm going to act like a dog, and you still don't like me.
Mm-hmm.
That's bullshit.
It's like when my dog comes up and humps your leg, you're like, oh, he likes me. Why is it like it's weird if I do that? I also like you. So me and my dog are going to double team you. So what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's crazy how
why can't
more females aren't receptive to that,
I know, it's crazy. And it's like, I'm just being like my dog.
Right.
Yeah, sure. I took a shit over here on the ground. So,
right.
Pick it up, Let's see. Shame women for not wanting to sleep with me because of the dog park. Yeah, okay, we just said that. Definitely 100% get consent before having sex with women that I follow home from the dog park. Yes, definitely 100% get consent. And then 15, start an online coaching program.
It's a good one too.
Yeah, signed The Resistance.
Nice.
It's pretty good. Yeah,
well, those are a great, great revolution to the year.
Yeah, we did get an email from a guy here too. This guy has he goes, boys, I had a quick question. I rented a vehicle that has turned out to be too complicated for me to get my head around. It's one of those Tesla trucks. To begin with, I was trying to drive to Vegas, but the truck's GPS took me to Las Vegas, New Mexico. When I finally got to the real Vegas, I booked one of those Trump hotels. I'm sitting here in the front door of the hotel right now, and I can't figure out which one of these truck's buttons to push in order to turn off the damn Bluetooth connection. I don't want to push the wrong button because who knows what can happen with these four-wheeled monstrosities. I've been a fan of the pod for a while now. I've noticed you guys are really good with technology, like when you guys are trying to stream something from your phone to the TV. This is a bit embarrassing, but could you all help me out real quick and tell me what the correct button is to push on this Tesla truck? Thanks. Damn. Matt. Yeah, well, I mean, he did send it in a reasonable amount of time. Yeah. So we didn't do an episode last week.
Man.
So.
That's
that was great.
Sorry we missed you there. That's too bad. Yeah, that's a fitting thoughts and prayers indeed, but we don't believe in God. So prayer does nothing, but unless it's people saying that they're glad or that LA being on fire is God's or is like not the God, not the Christian God, but the Muslim God, as like retribution for Palestine. We agree with those prayers to make LA on fire for
That's really weird that all these people are like super atheists, and then they're like, yeah, that's cool,
right? Well, it's because we don't
want to mess with other
that's
cultures.
Their culture,
Yeah, if you're a white person and you believe in God, you're a fucking retard.
Right.
But if you're like an Arab guy, it's like, oh, okay, cool.
Right.
I respect that.
Yeah. That's their culture.
We're not going to face west 9 times.
We're not going to.
Whatever. That's
we're not
totally
gonna,
cool.
Yeah. We're not going to.
Yeah.
We're not going to meddle in their culture.
Yeah.
So
pretty sweet. All right, we got one last email here. 2 lost boys ? Hello, boys, wherever you are. I'm writing to you once again to express my fear. They say an angel dies every time a fascist smiles. My fear is that in the wake of fascism taking over a proud country, a city full of angels must burn. I pray that this is not the case and that our friends who control the media are kept safe. If my fears are true, though, all of Los Angeles will soon be a pile of rubble, and it will all be Donald Trump's fault. There have been people blaming him for it, right?
Yeah, right.
Even though it's like he's not
the
even
president.
the president.
Right.
Like,
No, I've seen that too.
There's been no policies that have. Yeah.
I've seen people saying that, and I agree with them.
Yeah.
It is Trump's fault.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then he goes, my advice to all of you who live in Los Angeles is to head to the desert, because out in the desert, like our message of peace against the fascist regime of hate, our shadow will live on without us. This is the resistance. Signing off. So.
Wow.
Yeah, that was okay. So. Yeah, dude.
Was that the last one?
That was the last one there.
Gotcha.
So,
well, thank you for emailing in both this week and all these years.
Yeah.
Our loyal allies of the show, and we're sorry we won't be able to provide you advice now on a weekly basis, but you know,
the campaign is suspended. So feel free to continue to email the show. Maybe we'll get together and do a mailbag thing or something sometime, or maybe we can do that, or we do, and we still have like some man in the street content that we can put out, and
yes,
our OAN appearances we will put on the page and on the channel. So we will link to that. So check us out, and hopefully you'll see us out there in the wild. Because the boys will be trying to make more appearances and stuff like that. So.
Yes, we will still be out there, and
especially if you are a woman.
Oh my God, yeah. We're gonna expect to hear from us.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna be calling you.
And expect to see us.
Yeah,
we're coming to your place.
Right. If you don't answer our call,
we'll be knocking on the door.
If we don't hear from you, we'll be seeing you.
Mm-hmm. You know that saying that they say when a door shuts, a window is open.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna try the front door, and if you don't let us in the front door, we're coming in the window.
Yeah,
that's our saying.
After a baseball clears a little opening.
Yeah,
for
we
us.
might have to throw something through it, but that's how you know
we'll get in
coming.
there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we also want to thank producer Alex for your
thanks producer Alex.
How many episodes of
you started with us on what episode, like 90 something?
No, like 70.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure 78.
Oh, shit.
78.
That is a lot of
dude. That's wild.
That is a lot of episodes.
Yeah, because you were producing for us before we even had it up on the YouTube.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. If I could try to, I have all the footage somewhere, so I'd like to try to get those the OG first 90 episodes on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
I would like to try to add those.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, there's a whole catalog of stuff.
We were like filming on phones for a while, and it was my old apartment. We were like I had to move all the shit every week. God, that sucked.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. But yeah, the first episode on YouTube is episode 90. So,
okay.
Man, I didn't realize you were working with us since before that. Damn, dude.
Is producer Alex? Is there any of your services of which you do many that you'd want us to plug you to or plug yourself to?
No.
To our listeners? Okay. Okay.
They don't even know what the fuck.
Maybe
they don't fucking even know what I do, all right?
Yeah.
Maybe they can write you
no affiliation with our
They
show.
could write you an email if they're about to,
if they really want to find me.
To figure out their Tesla truck.
Yeah. If they really want to find me, they know how.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I do the same.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah. Well, yeah, we want to thank again. We can't thank all our listeners enough who have been sticking with us and supporting us.
You guys do totally rule. We love you guys. I wish we were able to make this show make more sense, but it is what it is. But I also want to say, keep up with allies of the show, Malcolm Kellner and Jeff Zinasek on all of our platforms there. And then make sure you keep following the Woke Boys too. I mean, we will be posting stuff there sometimes, and there'll be some stuff, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And most importantly, I want to thank you, Chris.
Oh,
no,
thank you.
No homo, but
yeah, dude. This is
like I'm not gay, but I'm not gay, but I want to thank you for a really fun, almost 5 years of this great outlet,
of reaching out to women.
Yeah, it's been
and not being gay.
Right. So yeah, it's been really fun doing this with you, and
thanks,
but
man.
but
Well,
yeah,
I also want to thank you. Also, no homo.
None taken.
Not gay at all.
Yeah.
And I will prove it if I have to.
Yeah,
but,
same.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of you, and I think I'm excited.
Same here.
I'm excited for what you have coming up and what you are working on now and in the future. And you know, the boys are cordial, and we are like, you know, not in a gay way.
Yeah.
Like we're BFFs, but like we're not. Fucking
Yeah,
gay,
not
dude.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Luckily, is it that we're in? Some people might speculate that we are ending the show because our feet touched under the desk.
Right.
And
We can neither confirm nor deny that rumor.
Yeah. Maybe that's what happened, and we were just like, this is too gay. We have to quit the show.
Right.
Yeah.
No comment on whether that's the real reason
No.
we're quitting. I do have I just came up in the last 2 seconds, a quick little 2-bar slam poem
Okay.
that I wanted to say
All
in
right.
this monumentous week. So, if you'll allow me. Yes, we may be suspending the show, but this is not the end of Chris and Cole. That's it. So
Nice.
that was off the dome,
That was great.
and I hadn't done that in a while, so just wanted to give the listeners one last little gift on our way out.
Hell yeah.
So
Yeah, dude, we love that. Just make sure you follow our show. Please give us reviews still. We need those reviews. Those are always helpful. Like and subscribe to everything on all of our pages on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, even though we're probably going to lose TikTok. Right?
right.
That's
unless
also
unless
crazy.
the Cheeto saves it.
What the hell is going on with that?
I don't know.
God, that's fucking crazy. Without TikTok, we are not going to have stars like the fucking double chunk chocolate
Right.
cookie guy.
Right.
You know, the
Well,
Costco family.
Yeah, they still got their $250 a pop cameo, so I think
Mhm.
they'll be okay.
Yeah, they're all set up.
But,
Man,
yeah.
he's yelling at his kids pretty hard.
Yeah.
For, you know, because
Not getting their lines right.
that would, God, that sucks. Could you imagine like having like, you know, it's like my dad like made me play baseball and
Mhm.
basketball and tennis and stuff, but like,
Right.
Like, could you imagine your dad being like, hold the chicken bake,
Yeah.
son.
It is.
You're not holding it right. Just fucking hold it like this.
Yeah.
And
It
then
is-
you're like, okay, say the line, you know? It's like you're not saying it good enough.
Right.
Run it back.
It's definitely not what I will be doing to my future
Yeah.
kids one day
No.
to breed
Yeah. Same.
star content creators.
Mhm. Yeah. Your kid, you know, if we have children, it's like we needed a tripod,
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
It's like you could have just bought a tripod, but
Sometimes
why not have three?
sometimes a
kids?
handheld camera looks better, and
Yeah.
that's why
Yeah.
I will be having a kid someday.
Yeah, the
Possibly.
cinematic quality of a kid kind of bouncing the camera around, but not fucking too much. All
Right.
right, quit bouncing it around,
Mhm.
Joey. Piece of shit.
Also, if I don't have a kid, how will I ever tweet like my 4-year-old son said the most wise thing to me?
Yeah,
He said Ruth Conda forever. What? I mean, I guess I could
you can just say that.
I
'cause
guess I
that's
could
what
just make
lady
that up.
did.
Yeah, I guess you don't really
Yeah.
need a kid to say that, but
Yeah, it's
more
it's easier to
believable if you have.
disprove.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's more believable if you have a kid. So
yeah. Because people are like, you don't even have a kid. It's like, okay, so you're right. They didn't say that, but I do have a kid, so maybe they did say that,
right.
you know. And if I'm, you know, holding a camera at them, making them say that at gunpoint,
Mm-hmm.
then they did say that.
Right.
And there's a video to prove it. So what do you think about that?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, then there's also, you know, some women out there would argue that you are a father of,
some
of,
women,
of many.
Some women would argue,
But
and
that's not your truth.
You know, look, if you want me to go on the Maury Povich show and to prove that I may or may not be the father, I can't because the show doesn't. It's not on anymore.
Right, it's
so
done.
I guess we can't.
Yeah.
Can't do it. So whatever. Sorry, not sorry.
Mhm.
All right. But yeah, yeah. So that being said, thanks for listening to episode 231 of the Two Woke Boys podcast. I am Chris.
And I'm Cole.
And together we are two
Woke Boys.